I wanted to talk today a few quick ways or suggestions that people can bring more happiness into their life. I like to call it creating more happiness in your life. You might be wondering, well, what qualifies you to talk about this besides the fact that you've been in the counseling profession for over 20 years, or that, I've read tons of books on this topic, or that I'm a psychotherapist, a licensed mental health counselor. Besides all of that, what may qualify me to talk about this? And I would say that the people that know me, first and foremost, know that I'm really about happiness. That I talk a lot about it. That my goal for everyone is to have a happier life. Where that comes from, probably though, is struggles I've had in my own life. I was diagnosed with depression, yes, 17 or 18 years ago, and probably could have been long before that. I've come over the course of that 15 to 20 years, to know some things about creating happiness in your life. Everybody has pain. Everybody does. Probably read a lot of this or heard a lot of this. One of the things I want to start with, though, once you have enough money to survive, you're paying your bills, then happiness isn't really reliant upon finances. They found that people that are happy have supportive relationships, whether that's a partner relationship or whether that's a friendship, feeling loved, feeling like people are there for you. The third is a term called flow that that a positive psychologist, I can't say the guy's name, it's like 18 letters long, starts with a C, has lots of letters you barely see in names. Um, and I'm not even going to try. Okay, sorry, sir, you're a genius, but I can't pronounce your name. I'm not a genius. He identified a term called flow, which is when you're so involved, so engrossed in an activity, usually a hobby, that you forget all about the passage of time. And the fourth thing is faith. And those that know me know I'm not a religious person. I don't even know if I'm a spiritual person, honestly. But what I do have is faith. And when I say faith, what I mean is faith that things are going to be okay. Faith in myself, faith in my friends, faith in the universe that I'm going to come out of this okay. And really, if I don't come out of it okay, I'm not going to know the difference. I'll be dead probably. So, what's the problem? Have faith. Some of the other things are really just quick little things. For example, exercise. Exercise is essential to happiness. Working out, getting the blood going. I'm probably going to spend a whole nother video on exercise at some point. Diet. Eating more fruits and vegetables, eating less saturated fats, eating less fried food, less carbs. I simply know for a fact that eating in a more healthy fashion gives you more energy. More energy equates to you being less run down, and being run down is one of the things associated with a depressed mood. I was in therapy years and years ago with a wonderful therapist up in Philadelphia. And one of the things she taught me, there were certain things I had to have in my life that kept me stable. And I encourage you to figure out what your pillars are. Just making sure that as much as possible, those pillars are present in your life, whether they're relationships or exercise. Or for me, one of my pillars is a challenge. I need to be challenged. And teaching gives me that, as well as doing therapy. Acceptance. The second noble truth, which is the title of my blog on Psychology Today, and which I believe is essential to creating happiness in your life, is understanding that desire and craving are the root of all suffering. When I want things to be other than they are, I suffer. The solution to that is accepting things as they are. Now, that's not to say you have to accept everything. If somebody's treating you badly, just accept it. Of course not. I would never advocate for that. What it does mean is when things are out of your control, to have some acceptance. One other thing is to be mindful of the positives. It's important to be mindful of the positives because a lot of people have a lot of positive things that occur during the course of their day, but they're unaware. We as humans tend to focus on the negatives in our lives. One of the things I would suggest, for example, is noting the positive things. A great cup of coffee, sit and enjoy a cup of tea, a hot shower. Those types of things, if we focus on the positives in them, we'll find ourselves to be more happy. And, finally, playing with children, playing with animals. Preferably if you play with an animal that isn't yours, because then you don't have all that responsibility. Your house doesn't smell like animal. That's just my take on that. All right, I hope this was helpful in some or any way.